The secret behind my start to finish quilts is the quilt as you go method. I'm going to show you how to join already quilted blocks. And we have the 1 3/4 inch strip that we had and the 1 1/8 inch strip that we cut. And I'm going to use that on my first block. So I take the 1 3/4 and I've pressed it in half with the wrong sides together. I lay that piece on the top, and I take the 1 1/8 strip and I put the right side against the back. And I'm going to put a 1/4 inch seam along this line. Okay, I've sewn the folded strip to the front and the flat strip to the back, 1 3/4, 1 1/8, and I've pressed the back strip open. So what I'm going to do now is flip over the second block and put the first block on top of it. Now I've got my backings facing each other, and I'm going to line those up top and bottom, and I will sew a 1/4 inch seam through the 1 1/8 strip and the block. And I've got, like I said, my blocks lined up top and bottom. Okay, so I've done my entire first row. I've got 2 sewn together, 2 sewn together, pressed open. Now I'm going to take the second, turn it upside down, first on top. Once again, match up top and bottom. Get that up there on that edge. I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch here. First row is sewn together. So now I've pressed the top folded piece over, and what I'm going to do is fold it over, make sure I'm covering that seam line, and top stitch right on the edge. And top stitching is just taking a seam right on the edge of that piece. I'm going to use some pins to pin that to make sure it's covering the seam line, and then I will top stitch it. You can see I have top stitched along this edge on each of these. So this is my first row quilt as you go. I'll go on and do the rest of the rows like this.